with if, and we'll go with the conditional and looping statement, beginning with if. So you might be aware of this statement as well. Let's take a look at this real quick. So in Python, the conditional statements are very simple. It's like English-like statements. So where we have, like, for example, this program that we see is just checks, compares two numbers, and then displays which one is bigger. So let's say if I have value of A as 10 and B as 15, if A is greater than B, right? Give a colon sign, and then let's say I'm printing A is greater, and then else I'm giving B is greater, right? So there are a few things to observe here. So line number 1 and 2, we are already aware. These are two different variables having integer values 10 and 15. In line number 3, we have written the syntax of if condition. So this is an if condition, and then if keyword, and then we have a condition in the bracket. So A greater than B, right? And then we have a colon sign. So this line, if it returns true, let's say if A is greater than B, then it gets inside this if condition, which is this block, right? So now this block, because this block is inside if, we have to give an indentation. For example, if I give here, it will throw an error. It means print and if cannot be in the same indent, right? Because print is inside if, right? If it is inside if, then it has to be inside this if condition. Okay, this our indentation means. Then we have the else part. So else should be in the same indent as if. Okay, then we have a colon sign here. So now this block, which is like print B is greater, is inside else part. That is why it is again indented accordingly. So but other languages, like we have sometimes we have like curly brackets and all that. This is what we do in maybe C or Java and all that. Like this we write. But in Python, we do not have any conditional loop. We have only colon sign, and then we write accordingly, right? So now if I run this program, just give me a second. Okay, so now if I run this program, let's say run this program, and I obviously get the result here as B is greater, because the value of B is greater than A. So it has come to this else part, and then we print B is greater. But then what if both are equal? Right? So both are equal. Now, if I run this program, it is going to print B is greater, which is not true, right? B is equal to A, so both are equal. So what should we do to fix this? Right? We have to add one more condition. So now, so if A greater than B, A is greater than, else if B is greater than A, then it prints B is greater. Okay. Then I give else, print A and B are equal. Okay. So this is how we give. So now if A is greater than B, A is greater. Else if B is greater than B is greater, else print A and B are equal. So now this is how, like, normally if we have studied any other languages, we might simply write else if here, right? So English like meaning like, okay, else if means if this is not true, else this is the condition. But in Python, we do not have any keyword like else if. In Python, the keyword instead of else if we write as elif. Okay, elif is the keyword. So elif is same as else if. So now if I run this program, this is going to print A and B are equal. Okay, so this is the syntax of if elif and else. All right. So now that's about if. So we have seen two conditional cases now. Yesterday, last classes, we have seen this match case, which is also like if only, right? If condition. So here match subject. So if case is HTML, that means if subject is HTML, it prints hypertext markup language. Elif subject is CSS, it prints cascading style sheet, and then else unknown. So these are the two conditional things which we can use. Right. Next, let's go to looping. Looping is nothing but we